Welcome back to the bonus stage on GameSpot on E3 Day 2. I am your host, John Davison, and this is the segment I talked about yesterday that I accidentally forgot we were doing today. So all day it's been people that have been to E3 many times and seen the industry for a long time, but you guys have never been. So with me is Johnny from GameSpot UK. You may recognize him from Start Select. And what other shows have you done? I'm blank.
Appetite for Destruction. I work behind the scenes on Escape from Mount Stupid as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
And then Callum, who won our Klondike contest.
Yep.
And Josh, who won our Jemmy contest. What did you guys have to do to win those? I don't remember.
I just have thought of a form on our website. It was a raffle drawing, basically.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Yeah. So you had the easy one. I think you had the hard one, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, it was a video contest, so we had to basically shoot and edit a video explaining why we should go.
You did a song.
Yes, I did.
And it was awesome.
I'm glad it was. Apparently you guys thought so, so that's why I'm here.
We love anything musical.
So I guess I gimmicked my way in then.
Fantastic. So we're coming up on the end of the second day of the show. Yep. What have you been most excited about seeing?
Taking the Wii U was pretty cool, I suppose.
Yeah.
I got to check out like Rayman so far, but somebody kind of said just using the whole dual screen thing actually make it work instead of because it's like a giant DS basically, the whole thing. But
where you have the bottom screen in your hand and the big
the same kind of screens though. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange the Wii U. I was excited to see Nintendo back on message. Like their press conference was kind of like, here are some games. We want you to play them. We're just going to show you this stuff. I think they're keen not to make the same launch lineup mistake they made with the 3DS.
Right.
Though I have one big reservation about the Wii U. In that I was filming some stuff earlier. I was filming Guy Cocker, my editor, playing on the Wii U. And while he was playing all these mini games with the dual screen functionality, more often than not, he was just looking at the thing in his hands, never at the screen. And people don't tend to flip back and forth that often. And when they do, like in the new Lego open world game where they're using it as a radar, it's really clumsy and kind of like it gets in the way of the gameplay.
And then there's a lot of like forcing you to put the thing up in front of the screen, right?
Yeah. Like I was playing the Rayman demo as well. My girlfriend, we were doing the co-op. She had the screen, I had the game, and I'd be pointing to things on the screen like, oh, up here, but she's looking down on the screen because she has the same screen I do. So I would just, it's kind of hard to communicate. Like, oh, well, you have to cut this rope up here, or well, and then I look down on her screen. Oh, wait, down there.
It's just going to be a big disconnect between the two screens now.
But I think with things like this, when it tries to make a big technological leap forward, like things like Kinect and the Wii when it first came out, they tend to be a bit shonky, and it takes a while for it to really find its feet and bring out stuff that really utilizes the tech properly.
Right.
So, you know, I guess we'll see some good stuff in the future.
So, I mean, are you sold for launch? Have you seen enough to want to buy one when it comes out?
Yeah, I'm in for it.
Yeah.
I need to see a lot more first-party stuff. I mean, I'm excited for Pikmin. They've been talking about that forever, but I need to see like a retro Metroid or Zelda, something that's beyond just the Mario that they've been making over and over again, and a game that I already expected. I just, the whole Nintendo, I'm losing the name of it, the Nintendo Carnival thing that they had going on.
Nintendo Land.
Nintendo Land.
What is that all about?
It's very cool. It's probably going to be a nice appeal for, their same casual audience, but I didn't see enough for the hardcore gamer that the HD system's supposed to try and appeal to.
I mean, it's just something the third party is supposed to appeal to. They have all these big names there, so they're probably using that as the primary hook for that for now.
Yeah, I was wondering what the 23 games he was talking about were, because he didn't seem to show 23. I wonder if 12 of them were the ones in Nintendo Land.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I can believe that.
So outside of Nintendo, what have you liked?
Sound Shapes game on PS and PS Wii. That was kind of cool.
We had Jonathan Mack on yesterday talking about that. It was funny because he made Everyday Shooter.
Yeah.
And that was just him, nobody else. And he's like, I was like proper indie then.
Yeah.
And he's like, now I've got this huge team and we're doing Vita and PS3 and there's loads of people. And he's like, I'm not sure if I'm indie anymore.
Yeah, I suppose, when do you cross that line? I am excited about Lost Planet 3. I saw behind the scenes,
Really?
behind the closed doors. Yeah, definitely. like big time.
And you are not fucking with me.
No, like absolutely no sense of irony. I hate the fact that it's skinned like Dead Space, like the hologram map thing. But yeah, it's just lifted straight out of Dead Space. But apart from that, without any sense of irony, giant enemy crabs and vulnerable weak spots for massive damage and all, I'm excited about Lost Planet 3.
Wow. I was not expecting anyone to say that.
Yeah, well, you know.
So disastrous second game.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So they really sorted it out for the third one then.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's genuinely got a lot of potential. I mean, you know, like, I guess with throwing it over to Spark, they're kind of trying to bring in a more Western sensibility with what was formerly quite a sort of head down, it's all about the mechs kind of game that left people feeling a bit cold.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm probably going to look back on this once it's launched and I've played it and gone, and I'm going to regret saying this.
Lost Planet 3. or they might troll me for doubting it.
That's very true. I guess we will see. And
given where we both work, we can't win because one of us is wrong.
Yes, exactly. It's a binary thing. I mean, I could have come out and said, I'm excited for Assassin's Creed 3 because I am, but everyone is.
So is everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that looks good. There were a lot of games that I think looked great, but we weren't able to touch yet. I know The Last of Us didn't have anything. Beyond doesn't have anything. I didn't see anything for Watch Dogs yet, but that was a nice surprise announcement. But something that I got my hands on, Quantum Conundrum. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's made from the people that, or a few of the people that made Portal. Feels a lot like Portal, but that's never really a bad thing. Physics puzzles. You can't really go wrong if you implement it well enough with a nice creative personality. It looked pretty cool.
I'd really like to get a look at Beyond though, with it being here, like the kind of demo they got going. I don't think I'll get a chance to see it, but I really want to. I'm really excited about a game with like an actual decent female protagonist, you know?
Right.
I've been excited about the new direction Tomb Raider's gone in.
Yeah.
But then the demo that they showed during the press conference was just like Lara getting the shit beaten out of her with a mountain. Like it was just getting like dashed against rocks and trees and all kinds of stuff.
Like an action scene with a few windows. It turns like it's going to be so slow dosing, right? It's Bible focused, but then the whole gameplay is just completely conflicted with the original vision was.
Yeah, it's a kind of an awkward one right now.
Was it you or Danny that made the mashup video of all the...
Danny made that one.
where it's just Lara getting the crap kicked out of her and like the noises that she was making.
Just nothing but screaming. I mean, like, I'm pleased to say that I have never been witness to a woman being brutalized either by a man or a mountain or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure that's not how they'd scream.
Jim Sterling was live blogging the press conference, and he said as he was typing and he had his head down, he said the noises in the background sounded like the Catholic interpretation of hell.
That's
I heard him saying that.
I don't know about it.
That's one way to depower your protagonist, I suppose. If they're trying to make her a little more down to earth, that's the literal way to do it. Form her with the earth itself.
That's true, but...
So a lot of the guys have been, I'm looking over here and it reminded me of this Ascend New Gods, one of the guys that made Toy Soldiers.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of the guys that have seen that really like it. Any of you seen that?
No.
No, I haven't like that. Yeah, they keep me.
Yeah.
No, I should say I spent most of my time in the war room just kind of editing stuff to go up on the site. This is like maybe my third trip down to the show floor.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I've been up there for a long time, going slightly crazy.
You guys have been cutting video like crazy. So you're doing Start Select here every day?
Yeah, Start Select every day. We cut down all of the press conferences to like fun montages. Seb's just finishing the Ubisoft one now, so that's going to be up later. We've been doing confessionals about what we've seen, so I'm cutting some of those from the Wii U area, like on Pikmin and Zombie U, which Guy Cocker was not impressed with, I must say.
Zombie U?
Yeah.
I think the name's silly, but I have not seen enough of the game to...
I think they made the first case of using the U in title already. It's like a new record.
It's too generic. It's even more generic than when they announced Red Steel for Wii U, or the old Wii. That was supposed to be their gritty shooter. Now they're just...
had the hook of being a sword by emotion for time. Because he's new. He's a Bobby shooter.
You don't really. I guess you don't really open yourself to like a creative, original world with a generic name like Zombie U. But
well, I think it's it's launch roster box ticking. You know, you're launching a console, you've got to have a sports game, a driving game, a fitness game, a fun for the kids game, and you need something adult. And it feels to me like, especially with companies like Nintendo, it's one of the last things they go for. Unless they can get a big big third-party player to come in and bring in something like Aliens Colonial Marines. That'll be decent, but they've had to do something off their own back. And they've gone for Zombie U, which is kind of lowest common denominator, and it will be fine, but it won't be great.
I like what Ubisoft does. I'm sure it's not terrible. I haven't gotten to check it out yet. Just wish they pushed forward just a little bit more, just to say like, okay, well, we're moving into this HD era, and we're slightly more serious about this hardcore demographic. Here's something. Here's retro something, or just take that extra step forward.
What's something that would be new even?
What's up?
Well, there's something would be new even.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what the next gen always does, right? It ushers in the new IPs for everybody to define the next generation.
Yeah. I was expecting, with it being called Zombie, I don't know, I was expecting something sillier. The name just conjured.
I think that's the thing. Yeah.
Like, I mean, to me, my first thought was Zombie University? How's that going to work? And then it's like, but it's actually another game from Ubisoft about brutalizing English people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that. It's really interesting, you know?
Two back-to-back saying they're trying to tell us something.
Yeah, I think they have a grudge out with the British or something.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I think Ubisoft are having a really interesting year. Like, they've got some really strong IPs coming out. Like, Far Cry 3 looks amazing. Obviously, Assassin's Creed 3, I've got a huge dude broner for. And like they've...
Did you just say dude boner?
I said dude broner.
Yeah. Broner?
Yeah. Sorry.
Is that your little throw to Chickwood? Which is what Aisha was saying at the Ubisoft thing.
Chickwood. That was interesting. Yeah, I mean, their press conference was a hilarious car crash. But they've got some great stuff coming out.
Yeah.
But why they're aiming so hard for the British, I don't really know.
They're French.
Yes, there it is. Therein lies the
I mean,
rub.
I was
They
looking
are
to say it.
No,
They
it's
get
fine.
upset when I draw attention to that, but they are. So anything PlayStation?
Yeah, I tried out the All-Stars Battle Royale. Had a lot of fun. Is that what it's called? Is that the correct title?
PlayStation
I just
All-Stars.
keep calling it Smash Bros. PlayStation.
Well, that's what it is, basically.
You can just take the word PlayStation, Royale, Battle, and All-Stars and rearrange it in any order, and
Yeah.
people have a pretty good idea
That
what
one
it's
PlayStation
Yeah,
fighter. I played through it. I was having a lot of fun, but the KO system really confused me at first, where you only get kills when you do special moves. I don't know if there's a weird mode I was playing, but when I was playing it, like you can take out all the beating that you want. You'll never fly off the stage until you get hit by a special move, and that's the only way you collect points. So it's like if you were playing Tekken or one of those type of games, you have a meter that builds up, and your only goal is to build up a meter and do your special move, but nothing else will hurt you along
It's
the
kind of
way.
reductive, isn't it?
Yeah, so it was a really weird twist I wasn't expecting. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if that's their only mode or what, but it threw me off guard. I definitely didn't expect it.
Well, it's weird, especially that you can't always just get those points to build your meter every time you attack. You have to be very specific circumstances. It's like they're purposely prolonging the match needlessly.
Yeah.
So before we wrap this up, what are you've got 1 day left, what are you going to make sure that you go see?
I'm going to try and get to Need for Speed. It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like they're putting on Paradise finally.
Yeah. How about you, Johnny?
I don't know. Like when I found out I was going to E3, my one and only goal was to see Bioshock Infinite, and it's not here. So
you can't have that one. It's like all the people in the comments that are saying, can you ask somebody when GTA 5 is coming out? I'm like, it's not here.
Rockstar's.
I just really want to see Beyond. I really
want to see Beyond?
We need to see more games with female protagonists, and I think this one could be a real winner.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, same kid. No Bioshock for me, no Last of Us for me, but one thing I really want to check out is just Assassin's Creed 3. Looks good, great polished title. The line's just been to the end of the wall, so I'll definitely have to come in early, make sure I get that before I go.
Fantastic. All right, that's it for this segment. We'll be back in 5 minutes. This is the bonus stage at GameSpot on day 2 of E3. I'm your host, John Davison. Coming up next is Rick and Josh Gomez. Josh, you may recognize from the show Chuck, if you watch that. You ever watch Chuck? You may recognise him when you see him though.
Okay.
So we'll be back in 5 minutes. Tune back in then. Thank you.